A firm based in Tokyo has reportedly lost communication with its lunar lander, leading to speculation that it may have crashed. On Wednesday, a Japanese company reported a failed mission as communication with their spacecraft was lost just before touchdown on the moon. As the lander approached its final descent of 33 feet 10 meters at a speed of 16 miles per hour, 25 kph, all communication abruptly ceased. In Tokyo, flight controllers stared at their screens devoid of any emotion. After several minutes of silence, it was evident that the lander had crashed and no further communication was expected. The CEO and founder of iSpace, Takeshi Hakamada, stated that the possibility of abandoning the lunar landing should be taken into account. The Associated Press received word an hour later that the lander's crash was yet to be confirmed. The spokesperson stated that the engineers would have a clearer understanding of the situation as the day progressed. In a perfect scenario, Hakamada's corporation would have been the inaugural private enterprise to achieve a lunar touchdown. Despite an unfavorable result on Wednesday, Hakamada remained undeterred, affirming that a second attempt is already underway for the upcoming year. The moon has only been successfully landed on by 3 governments: Russia, the United States, and China. In 2019, an Israeli non-profit attempted to do so as well, but unfortunately their spacecraft was destroyed upon impact. On board the Japanese lander, measuring 7 feet or 2.3 meters, there was a miniature lunar rover intended for the United Arab Emirates and a diminutive robot crafted to traverse the lunar surface. Additionally, the spacecraft contained possessions of select private customers. The spacecraft, dubbed Hakuto, which translates to White Rabbit in Japanese, was set to land at Atlas crater situated in the northeastern part of the moon's near side. The crater spans over 50 miles, 87 kilometers, and reaches depths of over 1 mile, 2 kilometers. After departing in December, the spacecraft took an extended and indirect path to the moon. During the journey, it captured and transmitted images of Earth. Finally, on March 21st, the lander successfully entered into the orbit of the moon. In the recent test flight, the UAE's Rashid rover, weighing in at 22 pounds, 10 kilograms, and named after Dubai's royal family, was one of 2 government-funded experiments conducted. The other experiment was by the Japanese Space Agency, involving an orange-sized sphere that could shapeshift into a moon rover. By attempting this lunar mission, the UAE aimed to broaden its astrological influence, having already placed a science satellite into Mars orbit and an astronaut aboard the International Space Station. iSpace, established in 2010, has set its sights on offering lunar transportation to other companies and organizations. Their objective is to become a profitable one-way taxi service to the moon. The company has already secured $300 million to finance the initial 3 missions, as per Hakamada. He declared, "Our mission to the moon will persist, with no intention of surrendering." The moon has once again become a hot topic, as multiple countries and private businesses vie for a piece of the lunar action. China has achieved 3 successful spacecraft landings on the moon since 2013, while the US, China, India, and South Korea have satellites in orbit around the moon. In late 2020, NASA's inaugural test flight of their moonshot program, Artemis, successfully completed a round trip to the moon. Now 4 astronauts are set to follow suit by the close of 2022, with 2 more slated to conduct a lunar landing a year later. Astrobotic Technology of Pittsburgh and Houston's Intuitive Machines are both ready to launch their lunar landers later this year, as requested by NASA. 2 contenders, Hakuto and the Israeli spacecraft Bereshit, vied for the prestigious Google Lunar X Prize, which mandated a successful lunar landing before 2018. Regrettably, neither earned the coveted $20 million grand prize.